Well, finally, this hour, a win for the history books. Earlier this morning, Spain reached the final of the FIFA Women's World Cup for the first time.
In a dramatic 2-1 win, Spain beat Sweden in the tournament's first semifinal, meaning the team will face off against either Australia or England on Sunday. NBC News foreign correspondent Molly Hunter is there for us now. Molly, this is a big moment for Spain, who hadn't even made it to the Final Four before. So walk us through this win. What were some of the major takeaways?
Hey guys, good morning. And I'll say it just started pouring rain actually in Sydney where we are. That game was happening in Eden Park in Auckland. I will say, though, if anyone missed those last 15 minutes of the game, I almost don't want to give it all away. Go back and watch it. It was some of the most exciting football that we have seen. Also the most chaotic football that we have seen in this tournament. So Spain, as you mentioned, one of the youngest teams here, making the semifinals for the first time. Sweden, of course, the team that we've been following very closely. They knocked out the U.S. just over a week ago. But just to break down the last 10 minutes, in the 81st minute, and for the first full half and most of the second half, scoreless. 81st minute, 19-year-old superstar on the Spanish team, Salma Paralluelo, scores for Spain. In the 88th minute, Sweden ties it. In the 89th minute, you guys, a minute before regulation time is over, Spain gets another one, wins 2-1, holds on to that lead during extra time. But honestly, take my word for it. Go watch it. It is unbelievable.
Yeah, don't want to miss that for sure. And Molly, Australia's national women's soccer team, the Matildas, on a historic run in this World Cup. So what can you tell us about their success and what it means for the changing role of women's soccer globally? And what do we expect from them in their semifinal match against England tomorrow?
That's right. So very tough. The second semifinal match tomorrow that is happening here in Sydney at Stadium Australia. We will be inside. The Matildas, as the Australian women's national team is called, facing off against England. And it's so much fun, you guys, covering a World Cup when the host nation is still in. New Zealand, of course, one of the two host nations, didn't get out of the group stage. But watching Australia in this last 2 weeks, this is a very sports-centric country, really all about AFL and rugby. And what we are seeing and hearing in the last kind of week or two from people is that there's never been a women's team that has gotten this kind of national support. After that quarterfinal match, we met two women who both still play football. Take a listen to what they told me, and I'll talk to you on the back end.
We played football 40 years ago.
And did you think you
our
would see it?
granddaughters could be here today playing football.
And did you think you would see this?
Never. No, it's just the most so proud of them. Oh my God, they've worked so hard.
They were crying with emotion. We were crying with emotion. Of course, that is the quarterfinal. Australia beat France in penalty kicks. There were 20 penalty kicks. But guys, really interestingly, the male announcer in that game on the Australian channel, about the 72nd minute, came on and gave a really nice monologue. He said, this is the moment we stop calling it women's football. This is the moment it goes mainstream. Just for a couple of numbers, you don't have to take my anecdotal word for it. The quarterfinal game was the highest rated program on Australian TV this year, getting 4.17 million viewers. It's thought to be the biggest audience, though, of any sports in more than 2 decades. Though I hope for Australia's sake tomorrow, it doesn't have to go to 20 penalty kicks aside to get that kind of audience, guys.
A lot of passionate fans for sure. Molly, we'll let you get out of the rain. Thank you so much for that report.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.